The 49ers just finished day 13 of training camp. Here's who stood out. Keep in mind, rookie wide receiver Jordan Watkins wasn't out there. That's because he has a high ankle sprain, which he suffered in the preseason opener against the Broncos, and is going to be out for about a month, which is not great because the Niners are decimated at wide receiver. Jawan Jennings has a calf injury, allegedly. Brandon Ayuk not coming back until week 6 at the earliest. Demarcus Robinson facing a suspension and appealing it. Jacob Cowing has a hamstring injury, but he's coming back, but hasn't come back yet. Who else? The good. Strong safety Marquise Siegel. The offense has issues, but the defense is coming around. Siegel had a really good game in the preseason against the Broncos a couple of nights ago, and now, as a result, as a reward, starting first-string strong safety next to Jason Pinnock. And this guy is always around the ball. He is the 49ers' most violent, explosive player on defense. I mean, seems like it. Fred Warner notwithstanding. He's exactly what they need. And it seems like with him on the field, it's much more difficult for Brock Purdy to complete passes. Free safety, Jason Pinnock. He's had a really good offseason. I thought that Siegel might replace him in the starting lineup, but Siegel replaced Jair Brown. More on him in a minute. Jason Pinnock remains in the starting lineup because he's made a lot of plays in camp. Today he made another one, almost intercepted Brock Purdy. Instead, he broke up the pass. It was intended for Ricky Pearsall on a post. Jason Pinnock read it, broke it up. He's done that a few times. I don't know what kind of tackler he's going to be, but in coverage, in camp, against Purdy in this first-string offense, he's been very good. Defensive end Trevis Gibson. No, I've never heard of him. No, the Niners didn't have him until this morning. But in his first day on the job, he tipped a Brock Purdy pass in the red zone to Nick Bosa, and Nick Bosa intercepted it. So nice play by Trevis Gibson. It was sort of a play-action bootleg. He was right in Purdy's face and got enough of the ball to tip it to Bosa. So I don't know if he's going to make the team. I don't know how a guy gets a name Trevis. It's close to Travis, but it's not Travis. It's Trevis. Maybe that's why he is so good. Offensive tackle Andre Dillard, first practice with the 49ers. He was the third-string left tackle. And to me, my untrained eye, you can already tell that he is a left tackle, and Spencer Burford is not. Maybe Burford's a better player than him. I don't really know what Burford does well. But Dillard looks like he at least is a pretty good pass protector. I don't know if he's anything as a run blocker, but the Niners could use some pass protection. They gave Brock Purdy a lot of money. If he gets hurt, it's going to be a catastrophe. So I think this guy's a good addition to the team. Again, they didn't do one-on-ones today. It was a light day, but in 11-on-11s, he looked like a left tackle, a backup one. Running back Jeff Wilson Jr., he's back for the first time in 3 years. He looks smaller than the last time I seen. I don't know. When he was 27, he was jacked. Now he's less jacked. And you're thinking maybe he's just a camp body, but they're so decimated at running back. He might make the team. And the reason I say that is today he was returning kickoffs. A lot of them. It was him and Junior Bergen. And I don't know, maybe the Niners feel like Junior Bergen's a better fit as a punt returner. I don't think he's going to be that imposing as a kickoff returner. I think, are you really trying to make people miss with the new dynamic kickoff or just run through a couple of tackles? Maybe that's what they're looking for with Jeff Wilson Jr. as the kick returner. Then you got running back Corey Kiner. I mean, it was practice. He didn't have any incredible plays. He had a 15-yard run to move the ball drill with the second team offense. But after practice, Larry Krueger asked Kyle, what about your offense stood out after watching it again on film, which is kind of a tricky question from Larry because there wasn't a lot that the offense did well in this game. And he was like, well, I thought the blocking wasn't as bad as, I thought the blocking was pretty good, he said. And then I like Corey Kiner. It's the only player he mentioned individually from the offense. Kyle Shanahan, Corey Kiner thought he ran hard. Go back. I'll get the quote for you, but that's interesting. I mean, it seems like he's one of the big winners of the undrafted free agents, along with defensive tackle Sebastian Valdez. Then nickelback Chase Lucas. He was a starter today at nickel because Upton Stout missed another day. More on him in a minute. And he broke up another pass. I'm talking Chase Lucas. This guy is locked in. And, if Upton Stout misses time, which he may, he's a rookie. They got a good nickelback behind him in Chase Lucas. That's a good thing. The not so good wide receiver Jordan Watkins, as I mentioned earlier, high ankle sprain, out for a month. And after practice, Kyle Shanahan, when he said this, was asked, well, are you guys going to be in the market for another wide receiver like Amari Cooper? And he was like, I don't know. And we'll see about what the cap space. And I was like, hey, man, you got a hella cap space. What are you talking about? He's like, well, when you calculate the bonuses and the this and the that, it's not as much as you think. It's like, man, I don't know what that means. But he was like, he also said, I don't really understand math enough to give you a good answer. And I thought that was the most honest thing he could have said, because I don't understand math enough to even press him on the issue. So we kind of just let it go. A couple of math morons talking to each other. I respect Kyle for keeping it real. Cornerback Renardo Green. He was supposed to come back from a hamstring injury this week. He did hamstring tests. He was supposed to, do some sprints and hit some miles per hour numbers. He didn't hit them. He is not 100% back. They have to figure out what they got to take it slow with him, which is not great, because he's a key member for them. Although I still feel like this defense has so much more depth than the offense. Dallas Flowers has been okay. Darrell Luter Jr. has been solid, except for that one brain fart, mental hernia. I don't know what you want to call it in the game. He's been pretty good. Renardo Green needs to get healthy soon. Nickelback Upton Stout still hurt. They call it a calf injury. Anytime they say calf injury, I don't know. The guy seems to be out for like a year. Right? They say McCaffrey was forever, and then now Juwan, they're like, it's nothing like McCaffrey, but he's been out forever. And then now Upton Stout, he's been such a good player for them. But at least they have Chase Lucas. Safety Jair Brown. It doesn't seem like the new coaching staff, like Robert Saleh's really taken a liking to this guy, because he's already backing up Marquise Siegel. It's his third year in the league. He was a third-round pick, and he's just, I don't know. He's like if Talanoa Hufanga weren't a playmaker. Like, Talanoa Hufanga isn't the fastest guy, but his instincts are off the charts. He somehow manages to make plays. And Jair Brown is not. He seemed like he was a playmaker in college. He made some plays as a rookie, but since then he's been just lost in coverage, lost as a run defender, and now he's not starting. Wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. It's clear that they're trying to make him a focal point of the offense. And, the defense is really improving. They got better DBs out there. The young guys are improving, and it's been hard for Ricky Pearsall to get open. He made one catch today. It was nice, and then he struggled on the other 3-4 targets. And during a special teams drill, he got a long conversation. I don't know if it was a lecture from Kyle Shanahan. It seemed like they were going back and forth, and it wasn't hostile or anything. But it's clear that Kyle Shanahan has high expectations for Ricky Pearsall, and if he doesn't meet them, I don't know what exactly this offense is going to be, because it's an old offense. It's one of the oldest offenses in the league. The average age on this offense is freaking 30. The only guys who matter on this offense who were younger than 27 are Pooney, Purdy, and Pearsall. The three Ps, the killer Ps. So Pearsall has to be good, and today he was just, ordinary. Quarterback Carter Bradley. He fumbled a snap. He threw one pass in 11-on-11 drills, came back next play, fumbled a snap, never took another snap. I wish the Niners had been that ruthless with him during the preseason, but you know what? At least they did it today.